Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a wet and windy Friday afternoon towards the end of June. Another month flying by. Not quite out of lockdown, but almost there. Obviously, you can see I'm with Howard today. There's no Matthew. Matthew is he's having the day off. I think it's his missus' birthday, so I think he's treating her to a bit of lunch. Yeah.
Lunch. Well, he could have been back. He could have been back for this, Kevin. Surely.
Well, you'd have thought so, wouldn't you? But unfortunately not. So he's just left us two together to keep hopefully you guys entertained and hopefully give you a bit of an update on what's going on in the market. So how are you, Howard? I know you've just been away as well.
I had a day off. And in the lakes just yesterday. However, I was still contactable, I was still emailing, still working, so because you're never off really, are you? But yeah, no, in general, had a good day in the sunshine, back to the normal drizzle. I can't get ahead the tail of this weather. 1 minute it's cracking the flags, next minute it's a bit chilly, and it's pouring down with rain, and let's hope we crack on. And as well, hopefully in another, we're saying about 3 weeks now, we should be back to normal in terms of moving on with our lives and just living with what we've got, I think. So I'm looking forward to that, and counting down the days. England are doing all right in the football. Play the old arch enemy on Tuesday evening at 5:00. So I'll be looking forward to that as well. We'll see if it'll be good. And unfortunately, Scotland have missed out for you Scottish people, and I'm half Scottish as well, which Kevin didn't know until now. But the Wales play tomorrow evening as well, so let's hope that Wales get a victory. I'll be shouting for them tomorrow evening.
Yeah, it has been good for the home nations, hasn't it? Except for Scotland, unfortunately, although they did play very well, certainly against England.
To be fair, Scotland deserved to win, I think, against England, in all honesty.
But yeah, good luck to Wales tomorrow night, and hopefully we can beat the old enemy, Germany. Again, it'll probably go to penalties. But on work-wise as well, yes, it has been busy, but I think it's notably been, and no doubt you'll go for your figures, Kevin, it's been notably less houses coming to the market. And one thing I've noticed, I know we've had a brief discussion about it the other day, is that houses are staying on the market a little bit longer now. So whether that's a shape of what's happening, having this lockdown extended a further 4 weeks, I think that's probably had a detrimental effect on that. Undoubtedly, where people are thinking we're getting back to normal, then oh no, let's leave things as they are. And and you'll tell me the figures for Lancaster, and I know we've spoken about the Preston ones, but we have seen that slow down slightly. So I guess you've seen the same up there, Kevin. Yeah, most definitely. It's been a strange time, hasn't it? Recently, we started off the year where sales were just booming, and the properties coming to the market still hasn't actually got up to 2019 levels, which you would probably class as a normal-ish year. The levels of properties coming to the market hasn't actually got up that high yet this year. Sales, though, were almost double what they would be in a normal year at this time. Although they have dropped off in the last month or two quite significantly, and I think that's probably because there's not much stock available. So agents have had lots of stock carried forward. I was looking at Lancaster, I can't remember the figure, sorry for Howard off the top of my head, but I was looking at Lancaster at the 1st of March last year, and it was just over 1,200. And then at the start of this month it was down at about 770, 500 odd less properties on the market. I think it's almost running out of back stock, the properties that agents had to be able to.
I think so.
Sell.
I think as well. I think the property, if you look around now, and everyone out there as well, if you look at what properties are on the market and for sale, whereas maybe if they'd have come on the market, let's say 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I think they'd have probably sold by now. That's why I think that the prices are kind of plateauing out, really leveling out, because the ones that are on the market at the minute, personally, I think that probably overpriced, where the vendor, the estate agent, however, as they discuss what price to go on at, I put it on a higher price because the market was booming and people would tend to be buying in the asking price and above. But maybe if you're on the market now and you're in that position where you've been on the market for a bit and you're not getting any interest on it, speak to your estate agent about looking at your price and bringing it down to a level that will attract more people. That is the way the market's going. I think if you do that now, I still think that you've still got an opportunity to achieve, a very good price. And remember that as well when you're looking to buy your next house.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think we have seen a lot of prices. A lot of people offer over and above what the asking prices are, certainly this year. But just interestingly, I was reading an article or a publication from Rightmove. Obviously, they look nationally at it, and given our area might be slightly different. And I think Lancaster certainly has been a very popular area for sales, and certainly for driving up prices over and above asking prices. But nationally, how many properties do Rightmove say have gone over and above asking prices? What percentage of them?
Is that a quiz question for me?
Yeah.
What percentage? Well, I think in general a lot of them have, but I bet it's mid-20s.
It's just over, it's a third, 37%.
Right, okay.
So I would think that certainly in Lancaster,
it would have been higher.
It'll be higher than that. I think Lancaster itself is or certainly that we've seen as an agency, and I imagine that it will be very similar elsewhere.
I think, I was going to say, talking from my point of view, I think for Preston, I know we're talking, as in Preston for myself, we're talking less numbers, but I would probably say mine is probably being as high as, well, probably near as damn all of it, really. High 90%, probably higher than that, 99% of it, but it's just the way that my marketing strategy is how I conduct myself here in Preston. But in general, I think I would have thought they'd gone higher. Yeah, I'd have been expecting more than 37%, Kevin. Yeah.
So, but it shows that. But I think you're right. I think there's a bit more, normality certainly to sales, which then when the normality of sales happens, then it will allow the market to hopefully become a bit more saturated with stock. But only by people coming to the market can that happen. I think the lockdown, quite rightly, has kept it a little bit subdued. I think if we'd have opened up on Monday just gone, I think people would have been really happy with that and would have.
Yeah, I think confidence levels would have risen then, and that's really what it boils down to. And that's, I think, it's all it boils down to. I was saying it might have been to yourself the other day that people are putting houses on the market, and I was talking to someone yesterday about this. When you never switch off work, do you? I think people are putting houses on the market. I think that at the moment, I'm going to say the only people that put it on the market because they have to put it on the market, and it might be, unfortunately, it might be a probate, or it might be they've got the job relocation, or at this time now they're looking to move to be in a position to be in a catchment area for a school. Whereas, people think, well, I just fancy a move here and there if I can get this and get. I don't think there's that. I think there's that market, that element of the market has to come. I do believe that will happen, but it's just people when they got the confidence back and they can start looking at doing other things and so forth. I think then it will go back to that. Saying that, though, there could be a little bit of a lull as well, where people will actually get Kev to at the end of is it 19th of July and think, right, that's that out the way. I'm actually going to just chill out. I'm going to relax a bit and do things. Maybe concentrate. And they will do, I think.
Well, of course, it'll be
kids will be off school then.
It'll be the school holidays as well. And the school holiday,
that always has an impact. That
the 6-week holiday is always a big impact for agents. So just to put everyone in the picture is that the housing market is very, very much affected by school holidays. So at the start of the year, everything starts to rise. You get to Easter. Easter's just a nothing. And you're saying anything where there's a half term or anything those weeks, because people go away, don't they? So it just sort of plateaus in there.
That's what it is, yeah.
And then you get past Easter and those, and then it starts going back up again as you go through towards June and July, and then August is usually just a complete blip because
it is,
you have
mid-July, August. It's
you have the school holidays.
People are going on holidays,
and September goes up again. You've got September and October, and then it starts coming down for Christmas.
Because I think you get, towards the end of August, so kids are going back to school, 1st September, whatever time it is then, and people then are turning their attention to Christmas. But then in the housing market, what they do is they turn their attention to, I want to be in that house, I want to be in my new house for Christmas. I can picture my Christmas tree there. So that's the next kind of surge until Christmas is upon us. And then if people haven't moved by then, it kind of goes on the back burner again and enjoying festive times. But I do think... I think that, in my personal opinion, Kevin, I think that's when the market's going to really kick back in again, when the kids are going back to school, that kind of like towards the end of August. I think that's when it's going to be. I think then we're back to normal. Then let's get on with it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think now it's got to the point where that'll probably be be the case. There's been a bit of talk as well about interest rates, rises, but I don't think interest rates can really rise that much at the moment. I think it's not.
No.
Quite
I think you're right. I think if they were to do that now, I think it would just cause a bit of problem. I think people want to get back to normal and get the economy back to normal and get their own finances back to normal. And if they're to start doing things like that, and you don't know what's going to happen as well, Kim, come is it the beginning or the end of September, and that whatever it's called stops. What's it called?
Stamp duty.
No, the other one. When the government are paying a percentage of the wages.
Oh, furlough.
Furlough. I knew it began with an F, but it wasn't the word I was thinking of, and I thought I better not say that on here, so I didn't say it. Furlough. So that's why I don't think the interest rates will go up. I think they'll stay in and around where they are. In and around where they are, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm looking forward to it. It's been a decent month in June, to be totally honest with you. It's been all right. Could always be better, but it's been a decent month, and I'm looking forward to starting a new month Thursday of next week. So, well on.
Yeah, no, I agree. It'll soon be July, won't it? It'll soon be upon us. Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention actually, Kim, I made a note of it before, and just two little things that are happening in Preston. It's really Fulwood and the city centre, and it's all about demolitions, like demolishing old buildings in and around the Broadway area off Fulwood, which is off Garstang Road, stone's throw from the hospital behind the Black Bull. Broadway around there. There's a nice little delicatessen around there too, which is quite nice. There's a St Martin's Chapel, which is set on quite a big, decent plot of land. And what they're looking at doing, and they've been trying to do it for a bit, is to demolish it, rebuild a small chapel, so there'll always be something there. But in the land that it's in, is to build. We're looking at building 14 dwellings, which looks like now they've got passed, so it will be knocked down that. But the dwellings are all going to be affordable housings. So they were hoping to do a set percentage of it, but the whole 14 are all affordable housing, which is said what they needed, which incorporates 5 semi-detached houses and 9 two-bedroom apartments. So that's one aspect, and some aspect to keep an eye out for. The other thing is on Firegate as well. Have I got an address on Firegate? I haven't quite got an address, but as you go off Firegate there's some old houses, old terrace houses, which have been kind of derelict for a bit and not a lot going on. And they've just been given the okay, Kev, to knock them down and to build 2-bedroom apartments in really in the city centre of Preston. So there's a lot of, I think that from that point of view, there's a lot of money that looks like it's coming back into Preston as of what you guys have had up there to redevelop. So it's all good signs.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. I'm just going to just quickly talk to you about something that I haven't actually brought this up with you, but we can talk about is. So the Best Estate Agent Guide Award that we have won, we've advertised on Facebook, social media that we actually were in the top. Was it 3% of agents?
3%.
And 5%. They've done it. It's top 10% of agents this year, and I think it's because they've not been able to get out and really look at them. But we're basically we've won. We're in the top 10% of agents again this year.
Oh, right, bloody hell, I didn't know.
Which is really, really good. And they base that on mystery shops. They base it on how you perform on Rightmove.